I mean, you know, I wouldn't say. Listen. He died because Allah Ta'ala killed him. That's why he died.
Oh, we know that.
Okay? And by the way, let me tell you something, okay? The same year that I declared, or we declared, I have to keep saying we, declared the Quranic revolution, which was 2021, is the year that he died. The same exact year. The year that Allah Ta'ala killed him. Because, in all fairness, we did make very clear to those members, Muhammad Siddiq is one of them. I talked to him and I asked him, I said to him, brother, Babaz Abu. I said to him, brother, we talked about this when I was taking Baba to Africa. I sat you down and I talked to you about this a long time. That conversation was amicable. Now I want to ask you, is it or isn't it true that this man committed acts that disabled him from returning to America? He said, yes, that's true. I said to him, okay, why would you or me want for our child to be in that predicament? For what? What reason would we have to give our children this example as, here you go, Seth. This is a good way to go. None of us. None of us. So what exactly is the problem? The problem is that you want to keep this fabricated narrative about him saving Africa, whatever narrative that you want to keep, so that you can abide by that and you can grow with your community with that. But that's not even the way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam grew his community. Grew the community that we have today. He didn't grow it that way. From a distance in Pakistan somewhere for 40 years. That's what he did. Hiding out from crimes that he actually did. If his crimes were justified, he should have came back and faced it. Right. If he was really as spiritual, as great, the crimes that kept him away, those were the exact crimes that he should have came right back here to justify, since they were not real crimes. But he never did it. He never did it.
What did he say?
What could he say? What would you say for him?
I don't know. I'm exactly what did he say?
No, the mentality is that, again, all I know is this is my sheikh. That's it. Just like the Christian would say. You telling me one thing, I know something else, that's it. That's the end of the story.
He said all he knows is that's his sheikh.
That's his sheikh. That's it.
That's the answer?
That's the answer.
Oh, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do, man. See how easy it is?
Right or wrong, it don't matter.
It don't matter. No, it doesn't.
I don't care what he did. I'm following him to the end.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
That's right. That's exactly what he did. And, of course, he tried again with, another TMOA member, saying that, he couldn't recite Holy Quran as good as you. But, other people out there giving dialogues and they read just as good as him. So there you go. That's your answer to that, too. Other people are making mistakes like him has justification just as he has justification, too. That's a level of ignorance.
God, to me, please, man. What's it boiled down to?
No, that's why.
You're not going to see. I don't care who you are.
That's why. That's why I mentioned to you what.
I don't want you to see.
That's why I mentioned to you what I mentioned to you. At the end of the day, it's really the sunnah of Allah. Allah's example. Allah will give us the example that is most fitting and befitting for us. And in this time and age, if we hold firm to his decree, the Quran, and then the people, they have so many other things going on. And but now, alhamdulillah, as we can see, like a lot of, there was at the March on Washington at the White House. There was Chicago, there's San Francisco. I mean, it's going to continue on until they call a ceasefire, and they should, because the cycle of violence is only going to continue with the bombing and all this other thing. Then you got then you have the hostages. They really, if they focus on getting the hostages back, there wouldn't be any more fighting, really. If they just focused on that, not trying to go in there forcefully, but negotiate with them. They're already willing to release foreign hostages. Get the hostages out, get them back, Let Israel.
They're monsters. They're killers.
Listen,
They're killers.
listen.
That's what
Let for a change, okay? Let Israel be seen as a bigger person or as a bigger state, all right? By saying, you know what, we've bombed y'all for as long as we've bombed. Yes, take ownership for the hospitals, the medical centers you've been bombing. Take ownership for the ambulances and the people on there. Take ownership for that and say, you know, we've actually committed, you know, as much atrocity here. What do you want? Negotiate. That's it. No more. Case closed. They need to learn from the Africans, the ECOWAS. They wanted to go in there and they said they were going to enforce Niger to reinstate the president. Oh my goodness. They thought about it. The Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali joined alliances and says, if you attack one of us, you attack all of us. The African uncles backed out saying, hey, wait a minute, you know, there's no need for us to go in after all. You see what I'm saying? Learn from that. Yeah, learn from that. Learn from the Africans for a change. Us Africans, we love peace, man. We love solidarity, man. What they really should do, here's what they should do to negotiate the hostages. Don't send Israelis. Get foreign imams, dignitaries, get even a couple of the Arab pastors. Get a couple of them too. But get them from all over the world to go and negotiate. From imam to student, you know, from imam to... No, but what I'm saying, the problem is when people know that there is a resolution that outbeats physical damage to others, they will adapt to that. That's where we're at. They are adapting force, bombing, killing everybody, thinking that that's going to be. But you have to wake them up and say, look, there is Islam, there's peace at the end of the sun. Call a bunch of the guys from Africa, a bunch of imams, a bunch of the royalists from Africa to go in there and negotiate and get everybody out for you. They're going to do it. They're going to say this is a world thing now. The world has responded from all over the world. Countries that, you know, are sending their, you know, their special dignitaries of religion to, you know, to provide peace. They trust them more than they trust the Israelis who bombed them. You know, so that's the situation there.
Yeah, but it's all love, man. I just pray that it gets better, man.
Wallahi it will. Wallahi it will.
Pray.
And by the way, here's a problem that a lot of people need to wake up and understand. This is why people do not understand Hamas, Al-Qaeda, the other one, Hezbollah, whatever. You bomb these people and destabilized everywhere around them. You have children who were born and grew up in that. How do you think they want to live after that? What type of life do you think they want to have after that? That's all they know. They're ready to go to the hereafter. They're ready to ship out. In fact, the Hezbollah, for example, the Iranians, in their doctrine, their first obligation is to die shaheed, is to die a martyr. That's all. You don't hear stuff like that. You don't see stuff like that in our Islamic. Nah, they don't do stuff like that in our Islamic centers. But that, with that mentality, they've been growing it. And so when them or the collateral damage or the civilians, whatever happens, they say, this is martyrdom. This is shaheed.
And their parents are happy that they...
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
You killed my boy.
No, exactly.
They proud.
Yes, so they need to understand that. Unfortunately, you cannot say the same for the other side. They value life more than anything. And they wanted more for themselves more than anybody. That's why they exchanged. There was an Israeli soldier that was captured some years back. He was held by Hamas. And you know, these Israelis exchanged that one prisoner. They got their one prisoner back for 1,000 Palestinian fighters. Do you know that?
Yeah.
So that tells you the psychology. And I was told that 20 years ago, I was sold by a Saudi student. He said to me, the Israelis, the Americans are supporting Israelis, but they're not going to make any sense after a while. He said they love life so much. If you capture one of them, you'll be able to see that these guys are so afraid of losing their lives.
Yeah.
So that
we can live 1,000 years.
exactly correct.
That's fine. We
Psych-
can live 1,000 years.
that for that reason they've lost the psychological warfare, because each and every single one of them are thinking, oh, how about if I get captured? If I get captured and you got to negotiate with me, I mean, you may bomb the place where I'm at, so I might not want to do it at all. You see the problem? Psychologically, they're already losing. And they're standing around there. They're standing around at the borders or whatever, not being able to engage because they're hoping for popular support and they're hoping to soften targets that really are not even there. These guys are in tunnels. You got to hit the spot exactly where they open up the tunnel.
Yeah.
You got to go in on the ground. And then they claimed they had made a thorough and quick investigation. I mean, a quick investigation was just a narrative. We didn't do it. Somebody else did it. You know, you didn't go in on the ground and do anything. You didn't talk to anybody who was actually there on the ground either. You just came up with your narrative. We didn't hit the hospital. It happened this way, and they keep changing their stories. They're liars, unfortunately. And it's sad that they're...
Some doggone peep squeak Islamic jihad.
Right.
Like,
no. It's you know, I mean, everybody is seeing that it's a lie. Brother, everybody...
They launched some missiles before, but now all of a sudden they decided to launch one.
Right.
And it did all that damage.
Right. 500 people exploded. Right. Everybody knows they're lying.
Happened to hit a hospital.
But I just hope that at the end of the day, the entire world will stop lying and stop being deceiving to itself.
I think they started to wake up.
Well, people, you know, it's not going to end here. Just like you paid off the victims of the Holocaust and their descendants, you need to pay off African Americans too. And until you do that, along with what you're supposed to do for the people that you stole it from too.
They ain't gonna give us one dime.
Well, we'll have to listen. If it is
one dime.
if it what Allah Ta'ala has decreed, who can stop it? Me? You?
Nobody.
Exactly. Thank you. All right, let me get going.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.